This is Brothers and Sisters by the ALLMAN Brothers Band. Let's talk records. Dwayne and Greg Allman grew up in Daytona, Florida, but would go back to Nashville during the summers to stay with their grandmother. In Nashville, Greg was taught some guitar basics by a neighbor, and after that he was hooked. Even though he was left-handed, he learned how to play with his right hand. He saved enough money to buy himself a guitar, while Dwayne got a motorcycle. Dwayne, who was also left-handed, began to play the guitar as well, playing it right-handed just like his brother. When he crashed his motorcycle, he traded it for a guitar of his own. Also in Nashville, they once saw B.B. King play live, and it changed their lives. In the early 60s, Dwayne and Greg began playing live, and by the mid-60s, they had a band called the ALMAN Joyce, basing themselves out of Nashville. Shortly after, they moved to LA and became Hourglass. Hourglass recorded a couple of albums for Liberty Records, but they were unsuccessful. While recording for his band at the legendary Fame Studios, Dwayne, already masterful playing, caught the attention of Fame owner Reg Hall. He bought his contract from Liberty to get him to record as a session musician. Greg contractually had to stay with Liberty, which wanted him to become a solo star. While at Fame, Dwayne recorded with such legends like Aretha Franklin, Percy Sledge, King Curtis, Clarence Carter, Herbie Mann, and suggested to Wilson Pickett to record Hey Jude, which turned out to be a hit. Fame, Dwayne started to put a band together, a band that would be different, a vision that he had with two lead guitarists and two drummers. He began jamming with Dickie Betts, another virtuoso guitarist, to produce a beautiful twin guitar energy. They also got two drummers, J-Mo and Butch Trucks, as well as bass player Barry Oakley. This new group caught the attention of Otis Redding's manager, Phil Walden, who wanted to expand to the rock market. He and Atlantic co-owner Jerry Wexler bought out their contract. The idea was for this band become the main band for Walden's new record label, Capricorn Records, a subsidiary of Atlantic. Once his contract with Liberty was over, Greg traveled from LA to Jacksonville to meet the band. Part of Dwayne's vision was that his brother Greg would be the singer and play keyboard. After this, the ALLMAN Brothers Band was created in 1969. The newly formed ALLMAN Brothers Band moved to Macon, Georgia. They released their self-titled debut album in 1969, but it suffered from low sales. Their second album, Idlewild South, was released next in 1970, but it also lacked sales. Despite the low sales, word of mouth for the band was increasing due to their constant touring and their electrifying concerts. The idea for their next release was to be able then to capture the incredible live shows, so they decided to actually release a live double album. At Fillmore East in 1971 became their breakthrough, reaching number 13 on the albums chart, and it went gold on that same year. Sadly, shortly after their much-deserved success that they had achieved, Dwayne was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident in Macon, Georgia on October 29, 1971. He was 24 years old. The band was devastated. They did not know whether they could go on without their leader. After a time apart to mourn, they met to discuss the future of the band. After some discussion, they decided to carry on. They released Eat a Peach in 1972, dedicated to the memory of Dwayne Allman. He was very successful, reaching number 4 in the chart and also going gold. After this, the band bought a large piece of land in Juliet, Georgia, to build a commune that would be their hangout place that they would simply call the farm. This communal kind of living was bass player Oakley's dream for a very long time. Oakley, however, was not doing so well after Dwayne's passing and became very depressed, drinking a lot and abusing substances. Shortly after they began recording their next album, Barry Oakley got in a motorcycle accident not too far from where Dwayne had lost his life. He refused medical attention and sadly passed away later at the hospital from cerebral swelling, 1 year and 13 days after Dwayne Allman lost his life. The band was once again crushed, losing another founding member of their band, but decided to carry on. They auditioned bass players to join and complete the album, ultimately going with Lamar Williams. Betts became the leader of the band and the main songwriter, infusing more of country feel to the song. Brothers and Sisters by the ALLMAN Brothers Band was released August 1973 on Capricorn Records. It was produced by the band and Johnny Sandlin, who had played with them back when they were Hourglass, and also mixed at Fillmore East and Eat a Peach. The album cover features a picture of Truck's son, Vaylor, And on the back, it features a picture of Oakley's daughter, Brittany. And the inside of the gatefold, it features a picture of Oakley's dream of the band and their families together. Ramblin' Man, written by Dickie Betts, was their first single, also released in August of 1973. Having a much more country feel than the band's sound was known for, they were initially reluctant to record, but proceeded anyway. Guitarist Les Dudek had come in to assist on the recordings, and Betts asked him to work out the harmony part for the twin guitar energy. The song turned out to be the Allman Brothers' biggest hit, and their only top 10 hit, reaching number 2 on the singles chart. Jessica was an instrumental song that was their second single, released in December of 1973. The song was in honor of guitar legend Django Reinhardt, and it was meant to be played with only 2 fingers, like he did because of severe burns on some of his fingers. The song was named after Betts' at the time infant daughter named Jessica. Guitarist Dudek contributed to the song as well. It didn't chart as high as the previous single, reaching number 65 on the chart, but it became a classic rock radio staple. Brothers and Sisters by the Allman Brothers was an immediate success, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Top LPs chart and ultimately going platinum.